Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and I got a quick little, video for you guys. Kick streamers cannot stop committing felonies, okay, ladies and gentlemen? Now, if you told me the future of IRL streaming or live streaming was gonna either be cool, interesting content, or was it gonna be actual morons committing felonies on camera for everybody to watch, I would probably, even 5-6 years ago, tell you, yeah, human beings gonna be committing mass felonies on the internet. Ooh, boy! Now, today's video consists of topics that are rather risky, okay? And I'm going to read a policy from YouTube, okay? On YouTube, the harmful or dangerous content policy does not want me to show you harmful or dangerous acts performed by adults, which in this video is very debatable, by the way, that have a risk of serious harm or death, all right? Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Is driving 200 miles an hour down a highway dangerous? Could it result in death? Yeah, if you're not brain dead? Yeah, probably. Now, I want to start off by saying driving really fast is not impressive to me. I am 30 at this point, okay? I've driven plenty of cars really, really fast. Expensive vehicles very, very fast. You know what I do that on? Tracks. I rent out the track with the boys and we rip actual vehicles, okay? That's where you're supposed to drive really fast. That's where you're supposed to stunt drive. You know where you don't drive really fast? On an actual expressway, a highway, where tons of people are on the road and any miscalculation could lead to the actual deaths of not just you, but plenty of people. Now, YouTube live streaming is one such place where absolute degeneracy occurs. For instance, one of my most interesting live streams that I've ever seen was from a user known as OnlyUseMeBlade. Now, if you don't remember OnlyUseMeBlade was a Call of Duty streamer whose gimmick was stabbing people. Now, since Call of Duty and since his drop from that entire gaming sphere, he became a drunk streamer, okay? Basically, he gets on the internet, rips off Jaeger bombs, which, by the way, it's delicious, and bonus points in the comments if somebody could tell me what type of alcohol Jägermeister is, because I'm quite a huge fan. But anyways, off topic. He does these Jaeger bombs and ends up basically being a complete drunk through the rest of the night. If you don't hear the N-word at least 600 times during his stream, you haven't been watching an OnlyUseMeBlade stream. Now, this is 7 minutes of footage, which, again, I can't show you, because when it comes to YouTube's TOS, someone's Jewish mother at YouTube will not like it if I play back an entire snippet of this footage. It could result in a channel strike if I show you seriously dangerous content, which is why I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to describe to you exactly what happens. In this 7-minute clip, OnlyUseMeBlade gets in his car, drunk, by the way, drives around the neighborhood, rolls down the window, screams the N-word a couple times, visibly drunk at people, drives 60 almost through a residential neighborhood. God forbid a child kicks their soccer ball onto the road, then they get splattered. See, if you ever wanted to believe, Muta, does God exist? I would imagine God does exist, because throughout the 7 minutes of footage, not one child got on the road and got hit and became a fucking statistic. Now, of course, this is on a YouTube stream. Kick streaming is a whole new hive of degeneracy. Now, while Kick is a new platform, and it's a little bit risque compared to the others, there is a definite problem with some streamers out there doing absolutely brain-dead shit for clout. For instance, this image you're seeing right over here is from a bunch of individuals who finally managed to get their hands on a BMW. Now, if you've ever driven on the road, you probably know that most, 99% of BMW drivers are fucking brain dead, okay? We're talking motherfuckers that never figure out their turn signals, dogs that have no idea what a speed limit is, and holy fucking shit, if you ask them to drive in a proper straight line, it is a near impossibility, okay? About the worst drivers on the road right next to Tesla drivers, okay? And don't even get me motherfucking started about the Mercedes-Benz ones out there. Yeah, these guys decided to get a BMW, and they were streaming to around 100 users, okay? So this isn't even a situation where they were lucratively streaming to like tens of thousands, maybe 100,000 people. Nah, bro, they were streaming for fucking nickels, okay? People were chucking pennies at them. In fact, I would say around 100 of those viewers were just sitting there to watch them basically die, okay? This is, again, anxiety streamed right into your eyeballs. So yeah, in this, they're not only driving the car really fast, fast and recklessly, they're also drinking while they're driving too. If you've noticed, this isn't a bottle of Prime or anything. This is Smirnoff fucking vodka. And both the driver and the passenger are ripping back shots, chugging the bottle as they're driving the vehicle. Now again, I don't want to begin to tell you how many felonies exist. You can look up the fucking penal code for yourself. It doesn't really matter. So not only are they drinking and driving really fast, at one point during the stream, they grab the bottle of vodka, chuck it right out the goddamn window on oncoming or alongside parallel traffic, and boom. That's pretty much the stream right there. But again, this isn't actually even the worst. I want to introduce to you an individual known as Neon. Now, Neon is a pretty popular Kick IRL streamer these days. Popularity is a little debatable because there's a lot of view-botting that goes on in the streamer community, and Neon, I think, is probably one of the worst culprits for it. Neon is an Indian streamer who has basically made me a self-hating Indian because of how stupid and brain-dead this character is. Now, this image that I'm showing you, and again, I'm not really playing the video, I think describing it is enough. In this video, Neon pairs up with another popular illegal driving influencer, right? There's a whole community of these idiots out there. Now, Neon is sitting in a Lamborghini Urus, which might as well be a $400,000 Audi with a bull badge. Congratulations spending that kind of money on there. But granted, if this is a rental or a purchase, I really have no idea, nor does it matter. Now, it's hard to tell, but they're driving at 102 something miles an hour. Which, if you're in Canuck land, is around 180 kilometers an hour. Already a bad idea. They're weaving and bobbing and weaving through traffic. Now you might be like, whoa, Muda, this guy's an impressive driver. Again, driving fast on a highway ain't that impressive. Now right here at this moment in time, this next snippet is moments before disaster. Now some have said, Muda, what if this is fake and it's just being done for attention? Look, even if it's totally fake and both the party that got hit in this and the driver were both together, the problem is doing this on an actual intersection right here. People can get seriously fucking injured. And here's the thing, look, I'm gonna start off by saying, I don't care if Neon or anybody involved in this car died, okay? I think that, if anybody died in this vehicle, that would be a net benefit for the world, all right? See, Neon doesn't give a shit about his life anyways. Neon, the fact that he's sitting next to this idiot alongside going into this ride already shows you that his preservation mechanic in his brain doesn't fucking work, okay? He's already willing to die, all right? If this car hits and Neon dies, that's pretty much the end of that goddamn story right there. Now, of course, in this situation, the vehicle impacts with the road in front of you, and then, of course, the driver decides to get off the actual freeway and drive away, making this an actual hit and run, a felony committed on camera. So as far as this video has gone on, and I believe the recording time is around 10 minutes, we have witnessed 2 drunk driving incidents and 1 hit and run right here. Now, there have been some people wondering, well, Muda, could Neon be responsible for this? Now, as far as my understanding of the law goes, Neon was not the actual driver in the situation, he was but a passenger. So I don't really think he's the one getting charged into it, but the idiot to the left, who apparently believes that they're like Michael fucking Schumacher, apparently impacts with vehicles in front of him, yeah, that person is absolutely responsible for getting charged. Now, of course, at the end of the day, I really do hope that at some moment the NYPD or any law enforcement agency can put this guy behind bars, take away his privilege of driving, just because this is an actual menace and danger to the road, okay? Look, I get it. Driving fast might seem fun, but like I said in the beginning, take it to the goddamn track right there. Now, since this situation is kicked on, Neon did in fact get banned from Kick. And from my understanding, that ban is still fucking upheld. Now, whether they take that away after like a day or two, who really knows? But the point of this situation is these people are some of the dumbest individuals that I've seen on the internet. These new wave of IRL streaming influencers might be the stupidest people out there, but I think what's stupider is the audience that may be sitting there and unironically watching them and thinking that they're pretty poggers indeed. Look, in most cases, if you're not a view bot or you're not a series of ones and zeros, you're probably watching these streams to see actual death happen, okay? And that makes you somebody that consumes snuff videos and whatever, and I'm not going to jump into the moral argument with you there. But if you're somebody that thinks this guy was based and cool, what is based and cool about being an actual menace to society on the road? See, you might be based and cool to an audience of 8-year-olds, but as soon as you actually manage to start puberty, everyone's gonna think of you as a fucking loser. Now again, Neon makes me a self-hating Indian person, and I'm pretty sure it's actually pretty evident right there. But yeah, this guy, along with anybody that we've seen during these live streams or these videos or discussing this topic, and I want to definitely make like an hour and a half video discussing these kind of idiots, because I really feel like this whole kick phenomenon is absolutely mind-boggling to witness. I've talked about plenty of streamers in this category, one specifically being Johnny Somali, who cannot actually learn, and somebody that I'm pretty sure before the year is done and over with will in fact die. But again, I think most people who watch this kind of stuff and most people who like or even participate in this kind of edgy content will agree that what we look at over here is just a net negative and it's complete stupidity. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely mind-boggling to see actual felonies happen. It's crazy to see actual felonies occur at 1080p 60 fucking frames a second. And what baffles me too is why law enforcement hasn't even gotten involved in this situation either. You know, again, in all these situations, Only Use Me Blade is still walking around without any goddamn slap on the wrist for visibly driving drunk on camera. The people throwing Smirnoff vodka outside and driving recklessly still have not been busted. And of course, the idiot driving the Lamborghini has still not faced any actual repercussions. And Neon, well, I'm pretty sure his parents are on the verge of abandoning this person anyways. Hell, if my child was Neon, I would walk out on him, okay? I would abandon my child. I'm just saying that for the record. And it takes a lot for me to do that. Or even consider that shit. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and yeah, these people are goddamn stupid. But that's not a shock to anybody. I am out.